Hello, Carlos Molina here. We are 1 week away from the infamous SEMA in Las Vegas, Nevada, 2013. We've acquired some of the vehicles we were taking to SEMA this year, and we're going to do a mini photo shoot, mostly to highlight them for the sponsors and for possible articles in different magazines. Most of the guys are in the back being very quiet, laughing at me, mooning me, trying to make me lose my composure, but that's not going to happen. Right now we're looking at Will Jones's 370Z. A lot of components were added this year to give the look that we have going on. We have some SEMA carbon fiber on the hood and on the trunk. It's been upgraded with the steel and front bumper, R1 concept brakes, and of course the infamous mock wheels that gave it the exposure to be on a full 2x3 foot poster. In my background, you see Armando Perez is setting up. He is the photographer that shot Will's vehicle for a mock wheels poster that's been distributed nationwide, and will be conducting the photo shoot today. Following on, we have Brent's Hyundai Genesis, which will not only would be a feature vehicle at SEMA, it's been invited to participate in Pirelli's race day and will be at their booth the last 2 days of SEMA. Unfortunately, the wheels have not arrived yet, but it will be receiving an upgraded wheel package from Mock Wheels. The R1 concept brakes are already on the vehicle, and we added some extra goodies for the show. Another one of the Project Cars vehicles that was augmented with KVD is Frankie's 350Z. As the full KVD package body kit that was just recently painted. We're waiting for some other components as well, some wheels, some brakes, and some go fast stuff, but right now the body kit has given the car a totally different look, very smooth looking. I really enjoy the front bumper, the air inlets, and the front air down. We are going to complement it with the mesh later on down the road. And here you see my beauty that we talked about a few weeks ago. We went ahead and swapped out the prior design hood with the SEMA carbon fiber GTR hood. Switched out the OEM trunk, put a CSL trunk lid in. And for those of you that like stopping power, Standard Suspension sent another set of big brakes for the BMW. These brakes were actually a few millimeters larger than the big brake kit it had on before. But because the vehicle will be going to the Standard Suspension booth, it needed the coilovers and the big brake package. And then behind me you see two massive Jeeps. These Jeeps were OEM stock, not even 2 weeks off the dealership, and we transformed them into what you see here. Rugged Ridge provided us over 5 pallets of parts for these two Jeeps and another one we have in New Mexico. Mostly everything on these Jeeps has been transformed. We have the suspensions done up 4 inches. We got 35 and 37 inch tires. We got Mamba wheels at 18 inch apiece. A whole different look on the exterior with augmented by bushwhacker fender flares, a Rugged Ridge hood on each one, Grillcraft grills. We have a winch, front bumper, rear bumper from Rugged Ridge. We have a Serco basket on the top. And then for those of you that really like LEDs, Legit Accessories augmented these Jeeps with a 50 inch, a 30 inch, and a 20 inch LED bar. If you notice, the doors have been swapped out for some tube doors by Rugged Ridge, and because of that we went ahead and put in some Wetty-Coley seat covers, because we know it's going to get wet and we know it's going to get dirty. The second Jeep here, it will be featured in Mamba Wheels booth, augmented with some 37 inch massive tires, and that's why we went with the flat bushwhacker fender flares to give it a little bit more articulation. And speaking of articulation, if you look at this Rugged Ridge bumper, it's kind of nubbied out, and this allows the articulation of the tires. And so folks, these are some of the builds that we're going to have at SEMA. We have other vehicles coming in from New Mexico, Las Vegas, and San Antonio. And we'll be providing coverage of that later on in the week. Again, this is Carlos Molina. Thank you very much for your time.